Let's begin by understanding what risk means in the context of information security. Risk, in simple terms, is the potential for loss or harm resulting from a threat exploiting a vulnerability in your information systems. It's a combination of the likelihood of an event occurring and the impact it would have if it did. For example, consider the risk of a data breach. The threat might be a hacker attempting to gain unauthorized access to your network, and the vulnerability could be outdated software that hasn't been patched. The risk is the potential that this threat could exploit the vulnerability, leading to the loss of sensitive data and damaging the organization's reputation. Understanding risk involves not only recognizing potential threats and vulnerabilities, but also assessing how these risks could affect the organization's objectives. By identifying where your organization is most vulnerable, you can prioritize efforts to protect your most critical assets. Building on our understanding of risk, the next step is to assess and analyze these risks. Risk assessment involves identifying potential risks, evaluating their likelihood and impact, and determining the organization's risk tolerance. There are several techniques you can use for risk assessment. 1. Qualitative risk assessment. This method involves evaluating risks based on their likelihood and impact using descriptive categories such as high, medium, or low. For instance, a high likelihood of a phishing attack with a medium impact might be rated as a moderate risk, requiring attention but not immediate action. 2. Quantitative risk assessment. In contrast, quantitative assessment assigns numerical values to both the likelihood and impact of risks. This approach might involve calculating the potential financial loss from a data breach and comparing it to the cost of implementing security controls to prevent it. 3. Risk matrix. A risk matrix is a common tool that combines qualitative and quantitative methods. It maps the likelihood of a risk occurring against its impact, helping organizations prioritize which risks need the most attention. For example, risks in the high likelihood, high impact quadrant would be top priorities for mitigation. 4. Scenario analysis. This technique involves creating detailed scenarios of potential security incidents to evaluate their impact on the organization. For instance, you might develop a scenario where a cyber attack shuts down your online services, leading to a significant loss of revenue. By using these techniques, organizations can systematically assess the risks they face and make informed decisions about where to focus their resources.